if a Jew speaks negative to, about another Jew speaking Lashon Hara, according to the Chafetz Chaim, then it actually affects three people, right? It goes in three directions. It impacts the person that it's about, the person who listened to it, and the person who actually said it. Hey, how's it going, guys? Ladero and Danielle here. We are House of Lev. Thank you so much for tuning in.
So good to be back with you guys. It has been a minute for us.
It's been a minute.
Just getting back into the swing of things, but it feels good to be back.
Yeah, we've been really focusing a lot on doing family vlogging. We've kind of found a new passion, if you will. But it's been fun just kind of making those videos, taking you guys along the journey of our everyday life and kind of seeing what the inside scoop of the House of Lev looks like. And but we thought it'd be good to come back in the studio, aka garage, and sit down with you guys and talk about some things that's been on our hearts.
And we've been getting good feedback too about our vlogs, so that's why we kind of kept them going as well too. A lot of people have been asking more, can they get into our more life, what do we do day in and day out? And so we thought it'd be cool just to kind of do that during the time of me healing, having the baby. So that was helpful. But like you said, we're so glad to be back in the studio and we have lots to talk about.
So one of the things that's really been tugging on our hearts is this concept and idea of loving each other and getting along and unity. Since we've been in this journey to Judaism, journey to Jewish life, we've been learning so much. We've been learning and really understanding the importance of really what it means to be unified together.
Yeah.
We've been experiencing quite a bit of negativity, and we've done a video on the hate before, but we want to talk about it from a different standpoint today. It's been interesting. People always ask, okay, well, does it hurt when you hear certain things? And that whole saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt, right? That's a lie. Words do hurt. Yeah. However, the way that we've been looking at it, it's not just going toward us, but it's actually impacting all of Israel. If a Jew speaks negative to, about another Jew speaking Lashon Hara, according to the Chafetz Chaim, then it actually affects three people, right? It goes in three directions. It impacts the person that it's about, the person who listened to it, and the person who actually said it. Yeah. Right? And I think that's the part that hurts the most, is that people speaking this negativity, it's like wildfire, and it's gonna come back on them, right? I mean, I think about what is it, the Iron Dome that's over Israel? We've been hearing a lot of stories that when there's missiles fired toward Israel, we've been hearing a lot of stories that these missiles would backfire on the people that would send it, that would shoot them out. And that's the same thing when it comes to Lashon Hara. I feel bad for the people that's actually speaking it, because it's talk about a backfire, And so those things impact the person who says it as well. These are things that we've just been kind of sitting with for a while and really trying to wrap our heads around it, because our intention when we put out this content, our intention was to try to do good. Yeah. And it's just so interesting how there are people who actually want to see you do bad, which is crazy.
Yeah. And like you said, I think we've, our souls have just become more sensitive of understanding the power of the Jewish people. Like, the Jewish people are one, right? We're one as a whole. And so us really learning about Lashon Hara and just the effects that it does, it's powerful, because we should be getting along. We shouldn't be talking negative about each other. And like you said, the last thing we wish unto somebody for something to backfire on them. That's the last thing. But that's why we don't do Lashon Hara. We don't say these negative things. about our own people. It's very unfortunate, especially, when negativity is spoken on like our platforms, different platforms like that. Can you imagine how much more that's spread?
Yeah.
So that's even more dangerous, because he talked about, who does it affect? The person that says it, the person that hears it, and the person that it's about. So imagine those three plus times everybody else who sees it. And,
it's crazy.
That's unfortunate. But Ladero and I, if anything, we're just about peace. We really want peace. We don't like conflict and things that are just unnecessary. I feel like we're grown adults. Adults should be acting like adults and talking things versus just spreading silly rumors and nonsense and things like that. It's just unfortunate, but you can't change a person. But we're speaking about this because Lashon Hara is a serious thing, and that something that I know for us, we're learning it now and understanding the power of it. So especially when we have new neshamas, just the power of not speaking Lashon Hara. That's not something that I want on my neshama, and to affect other people knowing that I played a part in doing that.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're going to really pay extra attention to is any negative comments that comes into our YouTube comment area, our Instagram, any of those areas. But we're going to really try our best to really monitor negative things. We probably can't catch everything. But if we see something, we're going to delete it. And we're going to delete it because of what she just said. Because if somebody is spreading some negativity, then more people are going to read it. It's just going to be read, and again, we don't want it to spread. So as much as we can kind of contain the fire and put out some of the fire, we're going to do the best that we can. Again, we probably can't catch everything, but we're going to do our best to try to filter a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So we found this beautiful article on Chabad.org. Gotta love Chabad. And it talks about the connection between Ahavat Yisrael and Ahavat Hashem. We're going to read just a couple things from here, and we'll talk about it for a second and go from there. But it says, the Zohar teaches that God, the Torah, Israel are one. It therefore follows that the love of God, Ahavat Hashem, the love of Torah, Ahavat HaTorah, and Ahavat Yisrael are one. Since the essence of God, Torah, Israel are one, and in essence is indivisible, therefore when one grasps a part of the essence, one has the whole essence. If a person is lacking in the love of Israel, he is lacking in the love of Hashem. For one who loves the Father should surely love the children.
And number two, in the love of Israel lies the love of Hashem. The love of Israel is a demonstration of the love of Hashem. The soul of a Jew is literally a part of the divine, as explained above in Tanya, chapter 32. And therefore, when one loves the divine within the Jew, that is actually the love of Hashem.
It's beautiful. Okay. The love of Israel is the vessel for the love of Hashem. Through practicing the love of Israel, Ahavat Yisrael, one will eventually come to Ahavat Hashem and Ahavat HaTorah. One who works on his Ahavat Yisrael will reach great heights in his love of Hashem.
Because when there is unity among the Jewish people, number one, the Shekinah rests with them. When there is fragmentation, the Shekinah removes itself, for it cannot rest in an incomplete place.
Beautiful, beautiful. God does not look at the people's misdeeds. The reason for this is that when Jews are together, the Shekinah rests between them, and the Shekinah itself does not wish to see its own defect. However, when there is hatred among Jews, God forbid, there is a separation between Shekinah and Israel, which causes God to see the misdeeds of Israel in general, and in particular the misdeeds of the individual who is the source of the hatred. And that's the tough part. So when we say, does it hurt? When we hear these things, yeah, it hurts because of these things that we're mentioning. It's all about the collective.
Yeah.
This whole
Absolutely.
Jewish walk is not about just my walk. It's not about her walk. It's not about a person, individual. Yes, that's important, right? But everybody's personal walk makes up for the collective. When you think about davening together, you typically can't even start davening unless you have a certain amount of people.
Right.
You can't do Kaddish unless you have a certain amount of people. you know? And so everything is about the collective. And it's not just a one-man show. We're all together in this thing, you know? And so when you hurt, we hurt.
Yeah.
When she hurt, we all hurt. When you, everybody that's watching, when you hurt, we all hurt. This right here, this love idea and unity is what I believe our family is really, really built on.
Yeah.
And we really want to really lead with that. We want to lead with love as much as we can. You know, we teach our kids the best way that we know how about treating everybody with love, with respect, and not judging people, and trying to see the good in other people. And one way one way that we can really figure that out is finding the good within ourselves. And we always will go back to Rebbe Nachman. That's one of the big things, one of his big teachings is finding the good points within yourself, and that's going to help a great deal to start finding and seeing the good points in other people. And then guess what? When you find the good points in yourself, you can find the good points in other people. Then you can start finding the good in every situation.
Absolutely. And that's, like he said, that's a big thing that we teach. That's a lesson we teach our children daily, or with any situation that comes up that might be a negative situation or something that they've experienced. We always let them know, you know, you got to find the good, because everything that happens anyways came from Hashem. Like Hashem already seen it. He knew it was going to happen. So I have to look at it. Even the things that did happen, the negative things that was spoken to us, I have to find the good in that. I have to find, okay, why was this? Why did this happen? Hashem, what is it that you are saying through this? Like, what is it that the lesson that needs to be taught in this, right? And like Ladero said earlier in this video, our intentions for doing what we're doing is not for fame or publicity and things like that. We did it because when we were on this journey, we were looking for people that were doing videos like this that could, you know, just maybe give us some insight in what it looks like for somebody who's going through a conversion process and what it looks like after that, right? So that's our intentions. We just want to do the work of Hashem. We just want to, you know, spread his love, his goodness. And that's all of our intentions. I mean, that's our only intention in doing what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do, we should be trying to elevate it, right? Whether it's, you know, people in the sports industry,
that's right.
Right? They have a passion for sports and playing football, baseball, whatever the case may be. And as someone who's Jewish, the goal is to elevate every single arena that you're in. If you're in the entertainment industry, if you're in law, elevate those areas, right? Make a Kiddush Hashem. You know, let Hashem get the glory. If you're in entertainment, let Hashem get the glory. Big shout out to Nissim Black. He's a beautiful, beautiful example.
I was going to say that. And Chaim OG. They're both great examples of that.
They are beautiful examples in making a Kiddush Hashem, right? They're in the music industry. What do? They are bringing glory to Hashem. They're elevating the music, you know? And so for us, we are in the business of creating content, you know, in media and social media and things like that. And that's the avenue that we felt that Hashem kind of led us in, and we want to elevate social media. Think about it. Everybody knows that there's negativity on social media, absolutely. But guess what? There's negativity in the entertainment industry. There's negativity in the law industry. There's negativity in sports. There's negativity everywhere, which is why the Jew is supposed to elevate it. You know, and so that's our whole idea, that's our mindset, and that's our heart behind every single thing that we do.
Absolutely. So thank you guys again for tuning in. We are so happy to just be back and on track again, getting our videos, being back in the studio. We missed it. But of course, you know, family is what's important to us. Like we always talk about, you know, family, elevating the family unit. And we want to always make sure that is our number one priority, because it is. But thank you guys again for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Also too, you can find more of our videos in the link below, and maybe some of them will pop up right here. But thank you. We appreciate all of your love, your support, the kind comments that we do get.
Thank you.
And we get majority of kind, so thank you.
95%, 90 to 95% kind messages.
Yes, we do. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. We love you all. And stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe so you can always get notified whenever we put out a new video. We love you guys so much, and we will see you on the next video.